Episode 71 of It's the Bourbon Talker Podcast. Welcome. Thank you.
Hey, Billy, how's it going, buddy?
Man, it's going great.
And we are here. We're playing a little impromptu podcast today. So
yeah,
it's we're gonna try this out. We're gonna be drinking St. Augustine still. Go figure, huh? But in today's theme, it kind of goes along with the Florida bourbon.
It's almost as if we planned it and thought it out, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know, but it was last minute. I mean, literally.
No, we're highly calculated adults, and we don't do anything without proper planning. Yeah. Yeah.
He's so funny. Yeah. Okay, you're right. We planned this one out 5 minutes ago.
Right. So if you were a Florida man,
yes,
what kind of bourbon would you drink?
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, Florida's finest. All right.
So, yeah.
Boy, that pours smooth. Does. Comes right on out the bottle.
No clunks, no splashing. Boosh, boosh.
It ain't clunky. Yeah. And you know what? Let me tell you, and I probably said this 3 times. Hang on. This is the best smelling bourbon there is. I just really like it.
No, that's good stuff.
I almost turned this bottle up.
I was thinking.
Sorry. Yeah.
Taking it to the next level,
Yeah,
are we?
Be careful. Mama might be watching. Yeah. I wouldn't want her
to the next level.
She already made a comment. She's like, "You don't brush your teeth with bourbon, do you?" No, Mama, it's for satire.
You know, hey, bourbon toothpaste. We've got the soap.
Ooh, they got the soap. Might as well wash your teeth with some bourbon flavor.
Yeah. That's some good stuff.
That is good. All right.
So today we're just gonna. We're not going to use the. We're not going down.
Don't
the,
even
no,
say
I
the
don't
word.
even want to say the word. No, we're not even going to try. So we're going to try something different, and we're going to stick with the Florida person theme.
Yeah, the Florida whoa man, all man, all. You know who you are in Florida doing all them crazy things.
You know, and I'm surprised that we haven't run into our names on this list.
I'm sure if you go far enough back in the archives, there might be an article in there about me, maybe. Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll start with the first one here. So, these are things that have happened in Florida. So, again, we're drinking Florida bourbon, and we're going to be talking about the Florida idiots. You know, that's actually a good name.
And there's we have, there's idiots all over the planet. Florida has the
title, the Florida man.
Title.
I mean, because you don't hear about Georgia man, no such thing. No South Carolina man, no New York man. Yeah. But there is Florida man.
There is Florida man.
We got that idiot.
We got that title.
We got that title. So, but again, I'm not even sure. So I'll read the title. Woman was arrested, and it's under the police report. Woman battered hubby with a and was arrested.
Man, we're already demonetized and kicked off the internet.
Well, why was she arrested? I mean, he should be arrested for getting beat with a little rubber toy.
Yeah, that's assault.
I mean, so back to the Florida man. That should have been him going to jail, not her.
She beat him with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's assault.
Hey,
well, why is he going to jail? He's an innocent bystander.
Okay, she beat him with a little rubber toy. I mean, shame on him. How fragile was this guy?
I mean, it was probably for something he did in one of his dreams, or in one of her dreams, rather.
You know, I'm not sure.
You ever just
I'm
woke
sure
up
she needs to go to jail, but I think he should have gone too.
You ever just woke up, looked at your wife, and she's pissed? You're like, it is 7 a.m. and I haven't even done anything yet. That's because something that she dreamed about you doing.
Exactly.
It happens.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. So this is
obviously he did something in her dream, and she grabbed the first thing. That's why you need to police up all your weapons at night, Anyway, it must have been easy to grab.
Again, it's no, I don't know, man. It's like he should have gone to jail too for letting her. I'm sorry. Or crying foul because ow.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Stop.
Oh, she left a mark. I'm like, what? Dude.
I think that's the moral of this whole story, more than likely, was this dude went to work and he had these weird red whelps on his face.
Is that or walking funny?
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, she hit me with it.
Well, his buddy says,
yeah, where did she hit you with it?
That red mark on the side of your face got a funny shape to it.
I'm just saying, it's,
Anyway.
yeah, holy cow. Why?
So what's that? What is, okay, hang on. What is would you call that a disease? Oh, it's kleptomaniac, right? Yeah.
Oh,
is that what it's called?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So obviously it doesn't, there's some people that will just steal to steal. Like, I never,
They got a problem.
they got a problem. So here's this one guy, Florida man. What's this guy? Andrew Lippy. How you doing there, Andrew?
Ooh, you dropped a name.
I did, because it's on public knowledge on this here website where we get all our breaking news from. Andrew Lippy, after paying $8 million for a private island in the Florida Keys, a real estate developer.
Got some money. So he's got money.
That's right. He was arrested for stealing $300 worth of merchandise from a department store, and we call them Kmart's, Florida. They're getting rare.
So he
Kmart's
stole $300 worth of merchandise. He bought an island for $8 million.
Yep.
Okay, he obviously needed to, get some essentials for the island. But he came out. He went in with a coffee maker box, but he didn't come out with a coffee maker in it.
Crafty with it. And let me tell you, it's a weird story. For example, the cops say that the box that was supposed to hold a $165 Keurig coffee maker instead had a basketball inside of it. And another package, a used coffee maker, was put inside of another model box. I don't know what this guy was doing. Obviously, he was on aisle 4 quite a while if he's swapping out coffee makers and replacing them with basketballs.
Wow.
But Lippy was collared Saturday evening at Kmart and charged with grand larceny. He was nabbed shortly after returning a $27.99 bed skirt that he bought earlier that day. However, the police reported that the bed skirt had been replaced with a pillowcase. So he's still doing it. What is this guy doing? Anyway.
Yeah, he definitely has a problem.
Yes.
Florida. So we have a Florida couple that go to Wendy's, and I guess maybe the Frosty's an aphrodisiac. I don't know, but they couldn't.
The urge
kicked in right there in front of Wendy's, and they had to go at it, and they were arrested for an unnatural act. I'm like, well, what were they doing? Normally it would be considered a natural act, but an unnatural act. Anyways, they didn't have their clothes on.
Yeah, but unnatural. And, we have some loose laws in Florida, so for it to be tagged unnatural in the state of Florida, oof,
Unnatural in front of Wendy's. I mean, what was in that Frosty?
Must have been pretty bad.
Yeah. It's like, again, that was in Clearwater, Florida. Yours was in the Keys, and the first one was in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Man, this state is out of control. And again, okay. Yeah. And Florida girl, 14. And I don't know where it says this happened, but it was in Florida. She needed a ride to go see her boyfriend. So she ordered a pizza, and when the pizza delivery guy came to deliver the pizza, she jumped in the car and stole it to go to her boyfriend's house.
Yeah, that's only happening in Florida. You're not going to do that nowhere else.
So again, I'm like, The dude left the car running.
And she's lurking in the bushes by the mailbox.
Yeah, exactly. What is that?
Guy gets out. Poor dude, just trying to make $6 an hour and his car insurance.
Well, shame
he
on him.
hops out, runs up to the front door, and the Hyundai just takes off. I guarantee you that that Hyundai had that spare tire on the left front. That bald spare tire on the left front, and she stole the car, took it straight to her.
I mean, why didn't she just wait for an Amazon truck? And just because they leave them things running all the time.
I got the car wrong. It's an 06 Ford Taurus. That was my second choice.
Oh, it's actually in Lehigh Acres, Florida. Found it.
Lehigh, right? That's
Lehigh.
Miami, right?
Yeah. Lehigh.
Yeah, that you can't leave a car. You can't leave a car parked on the side of the road in Lehigh.
Well, I will find out why it wasn't Amazon. It was 3:15 in the morning.
How do you order a pizza at 3:15 in the morning?
I don't know.
What pizza joint is that?
Probably Uber Eats or something. I don't know.
Dude, nobody's making pizzas at 3:15 in the morning.
It got it right here at 3:15 in the morning, man. I'm like, but again, it's shame on the guy for leaving it running.
I know.
He should have gone to jail too. Yeah, it's crazy. What the hell?
In an interview with a local TV station, the father said that the juvenile, quote, needs an ass whipping.
Well, hello.
Roger that.
Yeah.
And jail. Joe Bigelow. I still want to know where the hell you can get a pizza at 3:15 in the morning. Look at that. There's a Papa John's ad right next to her, too. You see that? Look at that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
They don't serve pizza at 3. You might get it at 3 a.m. after you ordered it at 7, but.
Well, and then this guy here in Bradenton, Florida, again, Florida, his brand new fledgling career at 7-Eleven was derailed for exposing himself to a customer. It's like, really? I mean, he had a promising career at 7-Eleven and he just had to ruin it. I don't get it. It probably took him forever to get that job.
See, that's just that's not Florida, man. That's just weird.
Right.
That's
it's still Florida, man.
Right.
Okay. Well, this lady here, and the title says it does not get much more Florida than this. So a woman locks her 2 young kids in a car with a bag of methamphetamines while she went shopping in Dollar Tree.
See, again,
for nearly 30 minutes in the vehicle.
That's just bad parenting. That's everywhere across the country, though. But I guess the Dollar Tree thing is what made it Florida, right? Yeah. Check your back seat.
Well, I don't think it says right here she works at McDonald's. I don't think she made it to work next day.
They just had an article trying to teach people to not forget their kids in the car. So they're telling these people, or they were saying mothers, but I guess a husband can leave their kids in the car too. But anyway, when you get in your car, leave your purse in the back seat. That way you won't forget your kid. And I just started laughing. So on the totem pole of importance, your purse is way up here. So put your most precious item in the back seat so you don't forget your kid. I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But
I don't think she ever intended to take her kids in, to be honest with you. And this was in Pasco County, Florida. Minnesota man, 48, gets naked, imitates Florida man in St. Petersburg hotel. So we got people coming from out of state just to be Florida man.
Right. Just because it happens here, don't make it legal. Please don't travel to Florida to, do your wildest dreams down here.
If you come from Minnesota to Florida and do some weird acts, right. That's Minnesota man. That's not Florida man. Just because you do it in Florida doesn't mean it's Florida man.
Exactly.
Idiots. We got enough of our own bad rap. We don't need your crap down here. I mean, keep it in Minnesota for crying out loud. Wow. Yeah, he was. Yeah. And after reading what he did, let's leave that in Minnesota.
Leave that there.
Leave that there. I don't even want to read that one. But he wanted to imitate Florida man, so he went to jail. They should extradite him to Minnesota and say, dude, you take care of your own crap. I was like, we don't even want this weird guy, man. Take him.
And we need reimbursement for fuel bringing this jackass home to y'all.
Yeah, see, and that's what we should do. The idiots that come from out of state to do weird crap in
Drop
our state.
them right off at the county door.
No, send them back to their states.
Yep.
I mean, kind of like all these illegals. Yeah. You take it to the nearest police department in whatever state they're from, you deal with them.
You know how they have all those baby drop-off boxes at the fire department? They just need to have a big one for your, you just open the door and shut it, and it only opens from the outside. Then when the police arrive the next morning, there's just some dude sitting in the middle box. What'd you do?
Handcuffed with a piece of paper taped to his chest, or oh, I did something stupid in Florida. I mean, seriously, that's what we should do. We should be extraditing these guys back to their state.
Don't wait. We just waste gas money getting them out of here. Just
sign an affidavit. This guy did this, and let the Minnesota people collect the.
I don't want my tax-paying dollars going to house them for $65,000 a year. Send them back where they came from.
And this guy here, wow, Florida man, 24, strips, performs erotic dance inside Japanese steakhouse. Wow. Not going to.
That's what happens when you have a whole bottle of sake. It'll happen to you, man. You ever woke up in a ditch
I've had
with
sake
your pants
before.
missing?
No, never have.
Oh.
No. It must be you, Billy. It was not me.
Oh, that happened to everybody once.
Not with sake.
Oh, man. Stuff's evil.
Maybe you need to go talk to your buddy John. I mean, he's from the land of sake.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Married couple was enjoying a Sunday evening out at a Japanese steakhouse when Tipsy Jordan began to undress and dance in front of.
What's her name? What'd you say her name was?
His name is Jordan.
Oh, I thought you said.
No, a couple was enjoying a steakhouse.
His name was Gypsy Jordan. I was like, what?
No, who knows?
Yeah, never date a girl with that name.
Crap. And it was at a Kobe steakhouse. And we liked that. Remember we went to the Kobe steakhouse?
Yeah.
It's where you learn what ginger was for.
That's right. Yeah. Hope they clean the chair.
Pinellas County, Florida. Now I can't even go back to a Kobe's. No, we actually enjoyed it at Disney, I mean, Billy thought ginger was for eating.
I thought it was. Like every other roll, I was putting a little slice of ginger on it. And I'm like, I didn't like it, but I did it. And I've always done it. And then Jimmy's like, what the hell are you doing? You don't put the
ginger on the sushi.
That's to clean your palate. And it's just like a light one.
I had to bring the chef out. He goes, you're full of crap.
That makes a lot of sense because it tastes like shit.
But you did it anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what everybody does, right?
Because I figured it was, it's tradition,
Do you kind of watch how everybody else eats and says, well, nobody else is putting ginger on the sushi.
Everybody else does it wrong too,
Well, that's true.
Yeah, you're supposed to eat the sushi rolls actually with it's a finger food. You don't even supposed to use chopsticks with that. And I learned that from a man that's part Japanese. Thank you, John.
Yep. And then this Florida woman goes into a restaurant in St. Petersburg, actually in a Red Lobster.
Does she keep her clothes on at least?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
But she, anyway, she decides to go into the fish tank, grab a lobster, and runs out the door.
Yeah, but those are small lobsters, though. I mean, I wouldn't be getting caught stealing one of those.
Especially when you go to a Red Lobster. I mean, they're farm raised. They're from like China. They're not like an American Lobsters at Red Lobster.
Keep reading that article. Was Winston Jameson waiting in the car outside?
That was crab legs. I got the crab legs.
Yeah. Hey, hurry up.
You got Susie coming. I got the butter.
I'll leave the car running. Hurry up.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I wonder if she played for Florida State, too. Probably a cheerleader.
Yeah, that's funny.
Uh-oh. Wow. Okay, I just got to read the title. Then we can read into this. Florida police report, arrest of Captain Dickhead.
Yeah, dive into that one.
I got to dive into that one. That one's, he told the police his name was Captain Dickhead. Oh, I wonder how intoxicated, stoned, or high this guy was.
You keep reading Richard Head III. That's actually his name, Richard Head.
Richard Head, yeah.
Yeah.
No, his real name was nowhere even close.
No, he was just a dickhead.
Yeah, his first name was Joseph, so we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, it's I'm not gonna put his full name in here. But yeah, you know.
Hey, we can say his name. It's public record. Hopefully.
I'd rather not make him popular on our podcast. Okay, Florida man. Man denies ownership of syringes found in his rectum during jail strip search.
I don't know how they got there, but they ain't mine. That's definitely the definition of possession is 9/10 of the law. It's a whole 100% tenths of the law when it's up your ass. Sorry, you completely possess this item, sir. There's no.
I don't know. I must have sat down at the chair coming in, and it just
fall out of air into your pocket.
I think it was leftover evidence in the chair that you guys didn't catch.
Definitely possess that item.
Florida man denied ownership of 3 syringes removed from his rectum at a 4:30 a.m. strip search in a Pinellas jail. Dude. Hey, deny, right? Whatever, dude. I mean, what else you gonna do? I mean, or
hey, did you see they got Ben Affleck and John Bartham's got a new movie coming out, The Accountant 2.
I haven't seen the previews, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's look how tired he looks in
What's
this.
the difference between dressy casual and business casual?
Both mean leave your cargo shorts and flip-flops at home.
I don't own cargo shorts.
This is what happens when you date J-Lo too long.
Don't wear your black suit. It makes you look like a mortician.
Lord, my path has gone astray. I'm just trying to find my way. Now that you have gone away,
Why'd you ask if he was having money problems?
I'm just trying to find my way.
Does that make you nervous?
You're an escaped convict, trained by mob accountants. Your clients are drug cartels, money launderers.
Is that a yes?
Ray King has been murdered. Do you like puzzles, Mr. Wolf?
I need your help to finish the job he started. What are you doing?
Waiting for you to finish.
So you can.
Do what I need to do.
You were never meant to see.
As he looks pretty tired and wore out, don't he? He looks a lot rougher than I do.
Yeah, he is looking tired lately.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess J-Lo wore him out.
Yeah.
And I don't mean in a good way either. It's like she had all that Diddy baggage.
Yeah, he's only a year older than me. I don't look that old, do I?
That looks like a good movie, though.
It does, yeah. He's only 6 months older than me. Man, you need to tighten up. You look rough.
You'd think. And he's probably, $410 richer. $400 million, $10 richer than you, too.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
I saw it was in your wallet, $11.
Hey, man,
Yeah, your boss is an asshole.
Bad day,
All right. Now, okay, here's retaliation from the first one we read.
Yeah, the object.
Yeah, the object. Man batters girlfriend with burrito. Yeah, and this is in Port Richey. Put a woman in a chair and threw a burrito at her.
Was it still wrapped?
No.
He unwrapped the burrito.
And chunked it at her.
Chunked it at her.
So
I bet it wasn't his first and only burrito, though. He must have got 2 burritos. Because would you throw your only burrito at somebody?
That's how bad it tasted. And
Still, it's your only burrito. If you had 2 burritos, though, you can pull the pin on the second one and toss it. But
so you got to read his booking shirt.
I'm ninja. You can't see me. This clown. Goodness gracious. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a ninja and I beat my girlfriend with a burrito.
That's good.
Oh, gosh. Only in Florida, people. This is why we're doing this episode and drinking some Florida bourbon. And don't come visit. We're full. And some crazy stuff goes on in Florida.
We were talking with our buddy, a buddy John about this. So.
We're back on this thing.
Yeah, dude, it's very interesting. And yeah.
5 reasons why people think the moon landing was fake. If you look closely at this photo taken, you don't see any stars in the background. And if you also look at the footprints left on the moon from Neil Armstrong, compare the design to the actual image of the bottom of his shoe. My man's got Yeezys on. On top of those, the other image of the flag planted on the moon was rippling in space. Apparently that's not possible. I was always playing games in science class, so I had no idea. Next is some rubble they found on the moon, which is marked with the letter C, as if it was a movie prop. A news company came out and said that Buzz Aldrin, who was part of the moon landing, came out and said that it was all staged and they did this to win the space race against Russia.
That's BS.
No, man.
We went to the moon. You're not going to take that away from me.
How did they survive the Van Allen radiation belt?
You're not taking that away. They went to the moon, Billy. Sorry.
Were you even old enough to watch it on TV?
I actually was there at the launch for Apollo 11. Yes, I was. And I remember it taking off. I was in Cape Canaveral.
How'd they make it through the glass firmament?
It just went right through. I watched it. Even watched the first stage. I mean, I saw the whole thing.
Mm.
Yep. I got pictures. Well, I did until my house burned up.
Yep.
I had pictures. Nope, I was there. I kid you not. I went to Apollo 11. They sent something to space that day.
Something went up.
Mm-hmm. And I went home, watched it on black and white, them walking around on the moon.
You watched the Stanley Kubrick film on television?
No.
Yeah.
No, I watched actual footage from NASA.
That was created by Stanley Kubrick.
I watched it from NASA.
Yeah. Interesting. So here's the really weird part about this, right? These guys just did the most amazing thing ever in humanity, right?
Going to space.
Going to space, landing on the moon.
Yeah, landed on the moon. Actually, only 2 of those 3 landed on the moon.
Exactly. The other one had to stay up there.
Yeah,
leave the keys running. Yeah,
Get the air conditioner on.
That's right. Look how excited they are and how happy they are of what they just did. They just did something that is the greatest feat of all of mankind. From the time of Neanderthal to today, we just did the unimaginable. Look how excited they are about this.
I'd like to introduce the Apollo 11 crew, astronauts Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, Edwin Aldrin. Neil?
It was our pleasure to have participated in one great adventure. It's an adventure that took place not just in the month of July, but rather one that took place in the last decade. We all here and the people listening in today had the opportunity to share that adventure over its developing and unfolding.
Did all of their dogs just die? Or did they just do something unimaginable? These guys look like they're at a damn funeral.
But okay, so
and these
guys,
another one.
These guys are military because they were using the military people to, test pilots.
Of course, yeah.
So they're military. You ever seen Chuck Yeager?
Yeah.
The guy looks the same way. This era of military people all look like they're ready to recant and
extreme professionalism.
Yes, they don't have that anymore.
I've thought about that. Yes, but they physically look sad. They're not being very well put together or anything. Their hands are folded. They are depressed.
Dude, how far is it from Cape Canaveral to the moon?
256,000. Yeah, 256,000 miles, something like that.
Yeah, so they had to go there and back.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, dude, you'd be tired too, dude. I've seen you just going to
Well,
Jacksonville and back,
they didn't
and you're
walk.
asleep in the car.
They didn't walk. And here is, I want to show you something real quick. Anybody can look this up. Photo of Earth from moon Apollo. This is an official NASA photo.
Okay.
What do you think's wrong with that?
That's kind of cool to me. I don't think anything wrong with it.
It's very cool. That is a very cool photo.
And you're going to say the whole thing should have been lit up and not half of it?
No.
Okay,
no.
I'll play your silly game.
It's very cool. And here's the reason why you can't see the stars too. So ease up. It's
because they're behind you.
No, it's not that. It's the reflection off of the reflective material of the moon, the Hasselblad camera, and the contrast and the ISO of the camera makes it almost impossible to see the stars. So that's fine. If you know anything about photography and ISO, you know why the stars didn't show up. Okay,
so if they had a GoPro, that'd have been good.
It would have rebooted in 30 seconds. It would have made it.
It would overheat. Yeah. Like, damn
GoPro. Here's the problem. When you're standing on Earth and you look at the moon, that's almost the perspective you see, right? Except the
sometimes.
Moon. Yeah.
When it's not cloudy out.
Here's the problem. The Earth is 400 times larger than the moon. If you're standing on the surface of the moon and you're looking at the Earth, that Earth should be about 40 times larger than what it is in that photo. That's what the moon looks like from the Earth. That's not what the Earth looks like from the moon. That Earth should be ginormous in that photo. Look at this one right here. It does not look like that from the moon. There's no way
maybe
possible.
They, kind of like on my computer when I minimize everything, and they just did that to the camera, and so it's minimized, so they can get the whole. They can get the better
fake.
shot. It's not fake, man. They went to the damn moon,
dude. They've used AI on almost every one of NASA's images, and AI says every photo has been
and that's
manipulated.
why I don't believe in AI. I think half the shit out of AI's mouth is wrong.
But if you know math, you know that image is incorrect. The perspective is completely inaccurate. It's completely inaccurate. If they would have just made the Earth larger in that photo, it would be it'd be very difficult to debunk. That is impossible. That shot is impossible on that Hasselblad camera. The Earth should be 4 to 5 times larger than what it is in that photo.
Okay, maybe they were inside the lunar module in that little window that they were trying to take the camera picture from.
Made the Earth real small?
Yeah.
That actually happened, and there's video of them doing that. So they say a funny thing happened on the way to the moon, that here is the Earth outside, and it was showing that the Earth was half moon. And then the camera pans back, and they're looking through a porthole, and they're blocking half of the window to make it look, they were actually in low Earth orbit, and the Earth was taking up the entire window. And that's actually
that was low Earth, though. I mean, I get that because the Earth would be 400 times the size there, but here's a little bit further out, and maybe that. And you got to realize in 1969, they didn't make the glass in 69. They probably made it in 65, and they just kept trying to get it in there. And it's old glass. I'm telling you,
saying, it's mathematically impossible to have that perspective of the Earth.
So has anything ever happened that was mathematically impossible?
What do you mean?
You're saying that's mathematically impossible.
It is.
What's the one thing that comes to mind as mathematically impossible?
A bumblebee being able to fly.
I was going to say a little something larger, but
yeah, it's mathematically impossible for a bumblebee to fly.
Helicopter. Helicopter's not supposed to fly. It's mathematically impossible. Look that up.
Yeah, it's
like that is not supposed to fly.
Yep. I don't think ospreys were supposed to fly too, but they damn sure made them fly after they crashed almost all of them. But
yeah, but I'm just saying is that this could be.
It's just the perspective's wrong.
No.
The Earth is 400 times larger than the moon. It's wrong.
Billy, you're wrong. They went to the moon.
They may have later on, but the initial.
But you're saying Apollo 11 did not go.
They didn't make it. We can't do it today, Jimmy.
Are you saying that did the Apollo 11 crew even leave orbit?
I think they stayed in low Earth orbit and orbited the planet Earth no higher than the ISS right now today for about 9 to 10 days, and then they landed. I don't think you can't survive the Van Allen radiation belt. Werner von Braun, the person who designed the Apollo 11 rocket, even said it's not possible, that the size of the rocket needed to get you to the moon is impossible to be
But the Saturn rocket did go to the moon.
We launched something to the moon and it landed because the Chandra.
And there were Saturn V rockets. They went to the moon.
You saw them leave. You don't know where they went.
Oh, God, hand me that bottle. Because we're going to need to just fill this thing up. I don't think we're going to make it to the end of this podcast.
I don't think we've been out of low Earth orbit. I really don't. There's not enough evidence for it.
You're killing me. You and your conspiracy theories. Call Elon on your phone. I guarantee Elon's ever been to the moon.
Elon is the richest, smartest man on the planet, and he's struggling to get us to the moon now because he has to get us to the moon first.
So he can go to Mars.
A staging pad to go to Mars. And it's as all the technology that we have now. This right here has 100 times the computing power of the computer that was inside the Apollo capsule. So here's all the technology you need right here to go to the moon, supposedly. And we still can't do it. We still haven't done it.
Well, India has, so we've been to the moon.
India hasn't put anyone on the moon.
I thought they did. I thought they said they did put somebody on the moon.
No. They ain't no one's landed on the moon. They put a probe on the moon with cameras. You can't survive the Van Allen radiation belt.
Could have an important effect, not only on satellites, which has happened in the past, but could also affect the astronauts by creating large doses of radiation that could influence their health. The electrons can penetrate through various materials, including spacesuits, and can pass through, in fact, the walls of the space station, and can create high charges deep inside of these objects.
President Kennedy, a man of political, not scientific background, set the irrevocable goal of landing a man on the moon by the end of the 1960s, just days after America's first astronaut had spent a mere 16 minutes in space, not even achieving a single orbit around the Earth.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
See, we went. You just saw that, right? We went to the moon. There's a few guys in that Saturn V rocket.
Yeah, they got in the rocket. They launched from Canaveral. That does not mean, look at this.
Furthermore, it is apparent they are in genuine zero gravity aboard the actual spacecraft, necessary
Low
to convince
Earth
the mass
orbit.
media of their authenticity.
This is 4 days
Just
after
not
they
any
launched.
further than Earth orbit,
They're supposed to
as
be
you will
halfway
see.
to the moon.
In this never-before-seen or heard footage, not only is the radio conversation between the astronauts and Houston Control audible, there is a secondary, private conversation taking place between the crew and a third confidential party, prompting the astronauts with what to say, when to speak, and how to effectively manipulate the camera to achieve the desired misleading effect. NASA claims that the Houston transmissions were the only ones taking place with the astronauts. Listen now as Houston Control initiates a conversation with the crew, only to find them too preoccupied with the behind-the-scenes trickery to respond. Moments pass, and the oversight is picked up on by the clandestine third party, who quickly prompts them with, "Talk."
Clandestine.
Immediately, Neil Armstrong
Clandestine.
speaks.
Yeah.
Hello, Apollo 11. Houston, Goldstone says that the TV looks great. Over. Okay, Roger.
So this is supposed to be a representation. This is supposed to be Earth, the camera in the window, and them so far, because they're 4 days into their trip, Earth so far away that it looks that small in the camera lens. But this camera, they're going to turn the lights back on inside the module, and the camera in the back is going to see what's actually happening. They're actually filming that from a camera further back in the module, and they're holding a piece of paper inside the window to half moon the Earth to show it like a, and it's a fake shot. That's only a very small portion of the Earth through the porthole.
Again, the illusion they are attempting to create is the Earth at a distance to demonstrate their far journey from it and their ability to survive passing through the Van Allen radiation belts. Understand, too, that only about 20 seconds of this raw footage was ever broadcast to the public, and these conversations discussing their deception were believed to be private. Until now. Here they discuss that these television transmissions were in fact not broadcast live as everyone believed. They were first screened and edited for playback later.
Roger, Neil. We just wanted a narrative such that we can, when we get to playback, we can sort of correlate what we're seeing. Thank you very much.
Here they discuss the fact that they have turned out the lights and have blocked out sunlight from entering the spacecraft through the other windows as to not cause any reflected light to fall onto the spacecraft's wall in the foreground.
Okay, very good. Well, we shut out the sun coming in some of the other windows.
If you look at the bottom of the image, you can actually see the inner ring of the window. That's what the haze is, right?
The reason this was done
here around
is so
the
that
bottom.
the truth of the matter would not be revealed.
Hang on.
It is this. Though the federal government would
See
have you
this
believe
ring?
that this
That's
is a view
actually
of
the
Earth from a
windowsill.
distance out of the spacecraft's window as it nears the moon, it is not. What they have ingeniously done is placed the camera at the back of the spacecraft and centered the lens on a circular window in the foreground, outside of which it is completely filled with the Earth in low orbit. The circumference of the window then appears to be the diameter of the Earth at a distance, with the darkened walls of the spacecraft appearing to be the blackness of space around.
Right there.
That is why they wanted the interior dark and blocked out the sun from entering through the other windows. Here you can see the extruded window, probably 2 inches thick at the bottom. This is because the Earth's shine is coming in at a downward angle. It also causes the Earth to appear to be an irregularly shaped circle, for you are seeing the outside of the window at the bottom and the inside of the window at the top, which together form 2 different sized halves of a circle. Subsequently, this take was never used. As they perfected the shot, a crescent-shaped piece of black material was inset slightly into the window to create the illusion of the Earth's terminator line dividing night and day.
Now it's completely looking different with a different shape because they adjusted
During
the camera.
This segment, intended to be edited and played
Just
back
keep
later
watching.
for the worldwide television
Video
audience,
proof.
dated July 18th, 1969, Neil Armstrong condemns himself as he states that he is 130,000 miles out, or halfway to the moon, as the NASA flight log also states on this date, when he is in reality in low Earth orbit of a few hundred miles.
So the camera's way back.
Houston, Apollo 11. Calling in from about 130,000 miles out.
Here, during another segment, also intended to air after review, Neil Armstrong falsely explains to the viewers how the shot is attained by putting the camera's lens to the window's glass, as it would have to be if they were the
right
claimed
up.
distance
But
away from the
actually,
Earth.
they moved the camera further back in the module to make it look smaller.
Has a view of the Earth, and it's
And when they
filled
turn
up
the
with
lights
TV
on, you can
camera.
see.
If the window was completely filled up with a TV camera, as he stated, then an astronaut's arm would not be able to get between the camera and the
Here
window,
it
as
goes.
it obviously does here in this outtake.
South America becomes invisible just beyond the Terminator. Or
One of the astronauts just leaned over a little bit and got in
You
the
can
camera
also
shot.
notice how the astronaut operating the camera reacted to the mistake by attempting to pan away from it.
Blue cast. See white bands of major cloud formations across the Earth. And
This is a segment that they believed wasn't even being recorded, much less suitable for broadcast.
All right, and they're about
For
to turn the
lens was
lights
being
on right
zoomed
now.
out, and the scene was being changed to that of an interior of the astronauts at work, and apparently the stop button popped back up on the recorder without notice. Here is the diffused work light that they used to see camera controls, but not throw light onto the spacecraft's wall. Here they remove part of the crescent insert. Finally, the iris is opened up, and you can see the real location of the camera and the very bright and near Earth out the window. Here
Earth
is the
taking
state
up the
for
whole
19th
window
of July.
because they are in low Earth
And the
orbit,
same
and that
shot
camera
of
shot was
Trickery on the
done
19th of July.
not up to
They
the
were on
glass.
the moon.
And the 20th.
They were on the moon. Not buying it. Hey, we need to close this out, man. It's,
We do, but let's go to the very last little part. Oh, we got a hard stop. Yep, you're right.
We can just pause. We can come back and do it. It shouldn't be on there.
That's cool. We can shut her down. That's fine.
All right. Well, cool.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Good.
We took you from
To
Florida
be continued.
all the way to the moon and back.
Well, hey, Canaveral is in Florida.
That's right. There you go. That explains
There
it
you
all
go.
right
It's
there.
all Florida. I'm telling you. So.
Thank you, Jimmy. This was
All right,
awesome.
man.
brother.
It's out.
We'll see you on the next one. Out here.